I've been a derelict. All my friends, they wish me dead. They wish me dead. Every day is filled with dread. Filled with dread. All my life been a derelict. I've got the diamond clue, swallowing me, falling into everything that I do. Everything I kiss and feel so typical. I've got the diamond clue, swallowing me, falling into everything that I do. Everything I kiss and feel so typical. All my life been a derelict, never change, yeah, I swear to it. And of all the times I've been down and out, this time was different, I welcomed it. Every day that I fail to quit, I wind up here in the state I'm in. The heavy weight, cause it's bound to break, I need a break, the skin I'm in. Tip of my tongue tastes like battery acid. Try to push forward, I cannot push past it. Feel the blood on my tongue, it tastes metallic. Another day passes, I don't break the habit. I've got the diamond clue, swallowing me, falling into everything that I do. Everything I kiss and feel so typical. I've got the diamond clue, swallowing me, falling into everything that I do. Everything I kiss and feel so typical. So typical. I've got the diamond clue, swallowing me, falling into everything that I do. Everything I kiss and feel so typical. I've got the diamond clue, swallowing me, falling into everything that I do. Everything I kiss and feel so typical. The drugs they drill coursing through our veins. Violence, violence, show your face. Show me we're all the same. Violence, beautiful violence, break my faith. It was broken anyway.
Yo, yo, what's up, everybody? Yo, happy Friday, everybody. How's it going? How's it going? Got a lot of emotions today. We're gonna try and clear that up. A lot of hate I've been given, guys. No one's ever right all the time, and this pump was completely not in the charts. Got some big news today as well. Big news. We're gonna cover that. Um, Glad you got your pillow back. What are you talking about? My pillow. John Connor, we've retaken the 200-day. Still think it's heading down. Yeah, we're still below the 50 weekly. This pump had no momentum, has no momentum, and I really don't see it going anywhere. We actually pumped right into resistance. So, for those of you getting extremely excited, I don't know why you're getting excited. We're literally just retesting overall resistance. What happened today? I'm a bit pissed off. Hey, we'll talk about that, man. Jack Lake? That's not Jack Lake like the one I went to college. Happy Friday, happy Friday. Let's see who else we got in here. Hello, anyone trading today? Yeah, I'm actually in quite a sizable short right now. I told myself I wasn't going to short, but the feedback I got on Twitter really pissed me off, and I can't wait to post the short order. If I can't lose on it because I was $20 off the top, and that's where my stop is. So my stop's in profit. So regardless, we're all good. We're all good. So couple things, guys. I don't know if you noticed that the chart's different. I got an offer from TrendSpider to be one of their affiliates and tried out the program, and I really like it. I am going to continue using TradingView as well. I'll probably use both because there are certain charts that TrendSpider doesn't give, like Bitcoin dominance. Also, I just started picking it up yesterday, so I'm not familiar with it all. I can't even. I still need to put up all the drawing tools and everything, but I just wanted to showcase this chart. I think it's really easy on the eyes. They have different things like market scanners. They have a ton of different tools that TradingView doesn't have and, doesn't frankly offer. So I thought I'd kind of walk you guys through a little bit of TrendSpider today, just kind of show the visual. You guys know I'm a swing trader, so I probably won't use probably 50% of the tools on here, but I really like how it looks visually. It looks really clean. I like the feel of all the indicators, and I like the feel of the chart. So if you see me going back and forth, get used to it because I'm trying to make the switch over to TrendSpider, but I'm not fully confident on stream yet. So with that said, let's start getting into charts. So I'm going to start out with the daily before I move on. Guys, this is not bullish. Like, I'm not trying to be the Debbie Downer here. And trust me, I want to buy. I make the most money in this market when I long. I'm not a perma bear, and I'm not a perma bull. I'm just realistic, and I talk about the charts. So in Discord today, we had some discussion. We were saying, how did this pump happen? You know, we were trying to find answers because it wasn't like we were okay. And just to get this straight, I wasn't scrambling around like, oh my god, what do I do? Oh my god, what do I do? What do I? No, that's not how I trade. If the market goes up, I have an invalidation point, and that being 41,000. It's literally listed on my chart. I just kind of sat there and scratched my head and said, okay, well, let's take a look at the hourly charts and see if there's any kind of bullish reversal pattern, anything. And guys, there's literally nothing on this chart. I mean, we literally just had two ginormous volume candles come out of nowhere. And where did they come from? They came from the spoof jobs report. If you guys don't know, the jobs report in the United States came out today, and well, they completely spoofed them. I have no idea how they're saying that people are taking on jobs now when I literally can't even order Wendy's past 8 p.m. where I live because no one's working. Like, literally no one's working right now. I have no idea where they're getting this information that people are working. We actually have a supply chain crisis here because people aren't working at the docks and truck drivers aren't working anymore because they can just make 80% of their salary by claiming unemployment. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I have no idea how on earth the jobs report was positive. But with that said, guys, we've seen news pumps before. I'm going to give you a really good example, and I'm actually going to switch back to TradingView because I'm going to go over the stocks here in a second. But looking at this, The same thing happened before. I mean, it was a much larger pump, but this pump right here, this I believe it was about 50%. This 50% pump. I don't know if you guys were around crypto then. I was. I remember this pump because it was completely random. The Chinese government said they are going to use cryptocurrency in WeChat. Essentially, they said we're going to use cryptocurrency, possibly Bitcoin. So Bitcoin shot up 50% in one day. Okay, yes, that is really cool and really bullish on the 1 minute and 5 minute charts. But I want you to see what happened after the FOMO. So essentially we pumped, right? We had this big green and then we FOMO pumped. And that's why we have this big scam wick here, or this big wick, not even scam wick. I'd say this big candle with a big wick. And then we couldn't get any higher. And we ultimately just tumbled. Okay. News pumps in this market, like any market, are very short-lived. And I hate to, again, be the bearer of bad news. Pun intended. But seriously, we pumped with no bullish structure at all. And look, here's another pump with no bullish structure at all. None. No bullish structure. There's literally nothing that says this should pump. Overall, I mean, we're tumbling, essentially. There's no bullish reversal pattern, no nothing. And immediately after the news hype, after that weekend, so we pumped on a Friday. This is the Friday candle. This is the Saturday candle. And then when we started the next week, we dumped. We dumped 33%. So all of you people that are so overly confident right now and had the audacity to go into my, under my Twitter post and say, oh, this was short-lived or whatever the hell you said. I know you're the same people that just bought the resistance level. And you're going to look like a dumbass when I post this short order in a couple days. Because I'm going to tell you right now what's happening. Even though there is a news pump, and even though I didn't think we'd go this high, this is perfectly normal. A breakdown and retest with bearish price action is completely normal in a downtrend. And I mean, I don't really have anything else to say. This is completely normal. There is hardly any volume on this pump. There was no real reason for it. And, harp on me all you want and say you're a moon boy all you want. But when we get these two giant 4-hour candles out of nowhere, granted, out of nowhere, I mean, we had broken down. We had gone for the retest, broke out, and now we're just in a resistance zone. Even if we do break out, all of you people that longed in the last 6 or 7 hours, you're longing at resistance. You're longing at, you're basically the liquidity for the whales to sell. We know that there's over 50,000 Bitcoin sitting on Binance and Gemini, ready to be sold, that have been inflowing for the last 2 weeks. Okay, the last time that happened, I believe we dumped through 52K like it was nothing. Daily RSI has completely reset for another move to the downside. You guys are all liquidity for these whales to sell yet again, but you're going to continue holding your hopium and all this other bullshit. Guys, we haven't even broken resistance yet. We haven't done anything. We haven't changed the structure. We're still in a downtrend. We still haven't even broken resistance. I don't know how many times I have to repeat myself here. And I'm seeing short squeeze plus bear trap. Okay, I don't see where the bear trap is. Hey man, today I got a friend request on your Twitter from a scammer using your handle with a double underscore under it. Almost caught me, but be careful. Yeah, guys, just know that, I mean, I'll probably never DM you. There's no reason for me to DM you. Unless, every once in a while I'll DM someone, but I never really DM anyone. There's a lot of freaks out there, there's a lot of weirdos. And, ever since I've been streaming, there's always been weirdos. You've got people that impersonate me because they want to ruin my reputation. You got scammers. You've got pretty much everything under the sun. And I can't help it. I've tried to submit complaints and try and get them banned, but Twitter doesn't give a shit. So just be careful. I'm never going to DM you and ask you for money or ask you to sign up for a link or anything. I'm waiting for, there's nothing I really can do about that. Yo, what up, Terry? What's good, man? Oh, Dianon. Oh, no problem. I appreciate the live streams and transparency. Yeah, I mean, look, guys, at the end of the day, if we are going to be truly bullish, which, in right now we're essentially in a bear market. Going to switch back to Trend Spider because this is one of the reasons why I like it. I can showcase the daily versus the weekly, and I can show you weekly moving averages, which is something I really, really like. So on this chart, the blue indicator here, this is our 50 weekly moving average. We are below the 50 weekly. We have, in the past, we have retested the 50 weekly after we break down. A breakdown and a retest, perfectly normal in a bear market. So ultimately, if we do break 41K, which again, I don't know why a news pump would push us over resistance. If it does, great, all along. If it doesn't, then whatever. But essentially, all you're looking at is a retest of this area, this 49,000 area. I mean, is it really worth it? Another 20%? Maybe if you bought the bottom. Maybe if you bought 33, 35K. But ultimately, I just don't see it happening yet. I don't think we have the momentum to do that yet. Appreciate your work. Oh, thanks, man. How to know the reversal. Yeah, and one thing I want to cover today, guys, there is no way anyone could have predicted this. Anyone who's saying they predicted it is just flat out wrong. There was nothing bullish on any time frame. We literally just pumped out of nowhere. And I can prove that to you. I'll absolutely prove that to you. I'll go to 1 hour and prove this to you. I want you to look at something real quick. Our 1 hour time frame. Just going to draw this line back again. We had essentially broken down, and we were, I figured we might get the retest. The retest was about, the retest would have been about here, 38.2, which we got it at first. And then out of nowhere, we got 3 or 4 hours of ginormous volume out of nowhere on the 1 hour. That was right when the jobs report came out. There's no coincidence that this pump was due to the jobs report. Again, a news pump is very short-lived. Now we're at resistance. And ultimately, I'm probably not supposed to share this conversation yet because Inspo's going to make classes on it, but I'll try and give you guys a little bit of information. Inspo Crypto, he does market studies, and he's been doing a lot of market studies on the pump and dump schemes, essentially. And why does it say I have one viewer? What the hell? That's so weird. Well, I gotta check something because I have one right now, and I just had like 150. Just gotta make sure that you guys are seeing what I'm saying. Continue on. Give me 1 second. No, must be a Streamlabs thing. Well, whatever. So essentially, when these news pumps happen, especially with distribution, they're used as exit liquidity for whales. The whales need to sell into pumps, essentially, and that's what we're seeing. Inspo has data on this, and I don't really know what to say other than that's most likely what's happening. This pump came out of nowhere. I mean, how many of you can point out a bullish scenario here? Because ultimately, when we were going back up, we were going back up on low volume to form that right shoulder, and yeah, I mean, look at the 4 hour. We had volume going down, price going up, very bearish price action. Ultimately, bearish price action. We have volume going down, price going up, really into this resistance. And ultimately, let me know if you see anything bullish here, because I don't see anything. So I told everyone in Discord, calm down. It's all take a chill pill. It's all calm down. We got to have a plan. This is what we plan for these things. And I had a plan for this. I had told people that my invalidation point was around 41K. And ultimately, I'm not buying until we close a candle above this resistance area. We have clearly rejected right at where my line's been for the last probably 5 weeks. And again, I have a hard time, you want to help people, and you try to tell them, and you say, don't buy at resistance, don't buy resistance. And I guarantee you in 2 days, when Bitcoin dumps back to 36K, and everyone complains and says, oh, this is manipulated, this is this is a Ponzi scheme and all this and that. Just remember, you were the exit liquidity for whales, and there were people warning you the entire time. That's all this move is. All it is. Bull trap, yeah, most likely. Many bulls predicted this pump on their 100th attempt. They're saying it will go up since 52K. Yeah, ultimately, I mean, guys, when we were at 45K and went all the way to 52, it was just a breakdown and retest. We went all the way down to like 35K, 33K on the low, on the wick, and now we're just retesting resistance. I mean, again, if we close above 41K, maybe I'll throw in a small long, see what happens. But I'm just, I'm kind of shocked that people are out here like, look at this. I had to block so many people today. I just didn't want to deal with it. So, let's see. Let's even look. From last summer, however we know low volume means nada. I hope you guys know that this was bullish price action. We were going down with volume going down. I've pointed that out like 100 times. I even tweeted about it being bullish price action. 36, man. Come on, let's push for 33. I mean, I want to see 30, 28, 29 before a nice impulse wave up. And honestly, that would be really good because we would have divergence in RSI. If we dip down to here, RSI would probably dip down to the 30 level anywhere in here. And this makes, you guessed it, bullish divergence. And that would be the first of 3 levels of bullish divergence. And, I want to swing long. I do. But this is not a bullish structure. This is not. Oh, you were calling bear market since 56K? Dude, I was calling a bear market since April, and we've been in one. We've been in a bear market since April. I don't give a shit that Bitcoin went to 69K. It was 6% higher than the previous all-time high. We pumped on no volume and mostly derivatives and printing of USDT. That's not bullish at all. Retail interest has been declining since, May. And I don't know. Your buddy Agris is sending mixed signals in a cheeky way. I valued him. He's flipping and pointing fingers too much lately. Well, here's the thing. I think a lot of people, and not to discredit anyone, I love Agris. I respect his analysis. But guys, no matter what analyst is telling you anything, you can't trust them completely. Like, just because I'm saying we're in a bear market, I mean, we are in a bear market. Sorry. Ignore that. Just because I'm saying that we'll reject here does not mean we're going to reject here. And you need to have a plan B if we don't reject. If we don't reject, you need to have an entry point. Because if not, and this thing does pump with, I mean, again, this is not a bullish structure at all. I have no idea how, again, clueless on how this is not just dumping through the floor, but whatever. If we close above, what is it, 41,000? 41,000 right here? Yeah, about 41,000. You need to have a plan. You can't point fingers at everybody on Twitter and point fingers at me and say, you're the reason that I'm not making money in this market. No, you're the fucking reason why you're not making money in this market. It's your fault. I've given you my invalidation points and my plan and everything. I don't need fingers pointed at me. I'm doing just fine in this market. This little bullshit pump doesn't mean anything to me. I mean, I don't really care for it. But retail deserves this. I wouldn't. Retail doesn't deserve to get wrecked. But essentially, we haven't broken resistance yet, so I don't know why everyone's getting so excited. I haven't really gone through my whole shindig like I do in the beginning of the stream. Sorry, I kind of ranted for a while. So let's do some TA. Let's get some TA in here, and we'll talk more about this whole thing, because I could rant forever. Forever. All right. S&P 500. The S&P 500 on the weekly. Told my trading students, this is acting just like the way I've drawn it and left it there since Monday. We are rejecting resistance, and we are going back down. Ultimately, we had a green day today. That's good. Jobs report, whatever. But the week for the S&P ends today. And ultimately, we still have a double top. We still are breaking down, and ultimately, it appears like we're making the first wave of a downtrend. We know that the U.S. economy is pretty much in a shitty place. To say the least. Inflation, all-time high. Cost of goods, all-time. I wouldn't say all-time high, but guys, every time I go to the grocery store, every single time, people are freaking out. People are saying they don't have enough money to afford groceries. They're scrambling for coupons. They're trying to buy more in bulk to try and save money. My girlfriend, she's Hispanic, and she works with Hispanic people, and a lot of them came from other countries. They're not, they didn't get brought up in the system like a lot of us did, and they're, I would say poorer. I wouldn't say poor, but they're, they work to make their living, and they're freaking out. They're like, I can't afford groceries. I've had to buy like McDonald's and Wendy's. It's the only thing I can afford. Guys, this is the start of recession. If people can't afford to eat and are struggling to make ends meet, and no one's working, and inflation's at an all-time high, and I don't know. I can't imagine. It sucks, but there are fundamental reasons why the stock market should continue with a slight recession. I think it'd be good. I think it would reset things, and ultimately it would give a lot of us investors a chance to buy the dip. The Nasdaq, pretty bearish. Double top, break down to the 50 weekly, retest. Next week, I'd imagine be red for the Nasdaq. Pretty ugly, I would imagine. Dow Jones broke back above the 50 here, rejected the 20. Still seeing that double top. Ultimately, I'm leaving my lines here to see if it follows and sees if we can hit the 200, but ultimately not looking great. Stocks look like they're starting to break down. It'll be slow and painful, like always. But moving on. Total charts. I don't really want to talk too heavily on the total charts today. We said we could retest this area or break through this area. Ultimately, I still think, we're in quite the bear market. I don't think we're in any place to really see new all-time highs anytime soon. And, below some serious moving averages. We're below the 50 and on total. Below the 50 means bear market. Total 2, below the 50, just retesting the 50. Look at that. Perfect retest. Ultimately, I'm expecting a breakdown to about the 600 billion level. And then total 3, same kind of thing. I'm expecting 400 billion to be hit. Absolutely. We saw this pump coming. Okay. Once it couldn't get below 35.5, we saw this pump coming. All right. Cool. No, you didn't. There's literally no way, because this pumped purely off news. It pumped off the jobs report. Right when the jobs report came out at, what was it, like 9:30 this morning, whatever, Bitcoin pumped like a motherfucker. I have no idea how you can say, I predicted this. Like, unless you knew the jobs report beforehand, and that's insider trading, you'd be arrested for that. There's no possible way you could have known that. When the DXY starts the next way, Bitcoin will SOS. What's up, Crypto Mike? How's it going, man? Yeah, DXY just kind of moving sideways, still in its bullish structure. Big red week for the DXY. That's ultimately because Bitcoin stocks, everything kind of was green. Still very bullish. Got a double bottom, bullish structure, still holding it. Would not be surprised if we broke this diagonal line and then bounced back up. And one thing I want to touch on, and that I didn't earlier, guys, diagonal lines are not nearly as accurate as horizontal. The whales and everyone, the market whatever, if you want to say market makers, I hate the term market makers. I think, I think it's just a bullshit term. The diagonal lines, they're not always accurate. Essentially, if we had our diagonal line here, we had a fake breakout, a test of horizontal resistance, and then we dumped. Do you remember this? Do you remember when all the bulls and moon boys posted this? Let me ask you, what did you do when you saw this breakout? with very low volume. Did you buy? Did you get wrecked? Um, I mean, diagonal lines are not as accurate as you think they are. Horizontal support and resistance is the way to go. And here we go again. You know, if I move my line and say, okay, this one was wrong, let's say it's this one, because now we have 2 rejections here. Okay, so now we have another breakout. But look where we're rejecting. Look where we are rejecting. It doesn't get any... I mean, I don't... Ugh. Some people, man, they never learn. I mean, as great as diagonal lines are, and sometimes they can give you good signals, you guys got to trust the horizontal resistance and support. I mean, I can't even fathom that diagonal lines can be very, very inaccurate. They can be very misleading, and, you know, again, you can get totally wrecked off them. So just be careful, and this does not constitute a breakout until we break out of 41K. But being in the market for some time, it was apparent that manipulation was playing out once he couldn't get below 35.5. No D gets salty. I thought you were trying to troll everybody. I mean, granted, you could have been right. You could have predicted the move, but in all honesty, I can't see it going any higher. I mean, volume's going down. I'm pretty sure on like every time frame. Yeah, volume's still going down, and yeah, I just don't see a very bullish structure on the chart. I mean, we're still down 40% from all-time highs. Still not seeing a lot of volume overall. I don't think we've quite bottomed yet. Oh, no worries, man. Sorry, I've been getting trolled all day. I've had enough of it. My apologies. There you go. My apologies. I saw a YouTuber. He takes Elliott Wave very serious. It seems to work for some weird reason. Dude, Elliott waves are so bullshit. Elliott waves are this. Someone just goes like this, and then another person goes like that, and then someone goes like this, and then someone goes like that, and it's... I mean, eventually one of them's going to be right? So, as much as I want to say Elliott wave theories, you know, probably a good strategy, I don't trust Elliott waves nearly at all. I think Elliott waves are... I think Elliott waves are bullshit. I mean, how do you judge where price is going to move 3 months from now without seeing any sort of volume, without seeing any sort of divergences, without seeing any kind of historical analysis? I mean, I had an Elliott wave trader in my Discord that we had to get rid of because he was hysterical, and yeah, he was like, we're gonna go from 64K back to 60 to 70, then 90, then 180. Well, now we're at 40K. So, LOL, what you're talking about is why I'm not in your class and have been slowly selling my portfolio on this crap environment. I'm getting mixed signals from that message. LOL, what you're talking about is why I'm not in your class. I mean, dude, don't join my class. I have 50 people I'm taking care of. I mean, I'm all appreciative of more people coming to my class. Okay. My video froze. One moment, guys. Sorry about that. One second, guys. I got to replug in my webcam. Just completely shut off. Yeah, one moment. Sorry about that. Yeah, my video just completely went out for a second. I think I'm being hacked by the Moon Boys because they're getting mad at what I'm saying. Just give me 1 second. I'll have it up here figure out. All right. Right. All right, there we go. Now we're good. All right. Technical difficulties. What can you do? What can you do? Nice drawing of Elliott waves. Oh, anytime. It's bullish on the daily RSI. Look. I think RSI just ultimately hit the mean. Yeah, I don't think that's bullish at all. Please tack checks stochastic RSI. It's very high in all time frames, especially when the daily is so high. Then a huge dump follows after a couple. All right, I'll add it for now, but I don't really use this indicator at all. Stock RSI. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It is a good indicator. Maybe I'll add this to my chart from now. What the did he go away because he's scared of the bulls? Nah, I didn't go away. This stream just broke for a second, man. The guys are buying every top of every bounce, trying to hack your camera. Yeah, because I'm trying to. Wow, this is a good point. Look at that. Wow. Should we post this on Twitter right now? Should we try and save people? What do you guys think? Buy at resistance to the moon. Yeah, I mean, it's. Wow, look at this. This is crazy. Every time stock RSI hits the top, we dump. Oh my god, look at this. That's a daily time frame too. Wow. That's nuts. I've never seen that before. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna start looking at maybe using this. Yeah, because we have bearish price action. I mean, wow. That's funny. That is funny. Roman, you think it'll explode after 41? Dude, I don't think we're getting over 41. I ain't. What? Hell no. But all right, real quick, I'm gonna tell you guys some news. Some big news is happening. So I got reached out, and I'm not gonna disclose who yet. We're still working on an overall agreement. I got reached out to by an exchange. They're a very creditable exchange. I talked to the I guess the business development manager, BDM, for a good minute, and they enticed me. He said, "Can you try out our exchange? Let us know what you think." And I looked at it. They have really low fees. They have really good volume liquidity. There's a bunch of advantages compared to Binance. What a shocker. So if you guys didn't know, I've been looking at finding a new exchange to use because Binance has absolutely boned me. If you guys don't know, Binance dropped from 64,000 to 8,000 in 1 minute. And your boy was up about $20,000, and I ended up taking a $1,000 loss. Really pissed me off. Really pissed me off. So I've been in the hunt for a new exchange, something that feels good, something that has low fees, and it's good timing. I got approached, and I'm not gonna ever shill anything on you guys, but if I like it and I sign the deal, I am going to have a referral link. You guys will get, I believe, some kind of I think fee discount. It's not like, oh, you got to use 20 times leverage and you get $2,500 bonus. Like, hell no, guys. Don't ever use leverage. I'm telling you right now, never use leverage. Fuck Bybit. But no, I was approached and I was interested, so still looking into it. But I'll let you guys know. Be on the lookout. If you're looking for a new exchange, I'll probably talk about it next live stream, maybe tonight on what? Kaz, it's all you said? What? But yeah, essentially be on the lookout. You've got some big things coming. Some big stuff. We're finally getting somewhere. And can't thank you all enough for showing up to live streams, being active, keeping everything in the loop. Right, let's talk about some TA. Speaking of inflation, don't worry about people say they're going to say crap no matter what happens. I mean, yeah, Dude, I've been living that way my whole life. Like, do you guys know Topo El Chico or whatever his name is? Hold up. Let me pull up his Twitter. Yo, if you follow this guy, unfollow him. It's Take Gains, I'm pretty sure. This guy has been harassing Eggers and I for the last couple weeks, and he made some post about me shilling stuff or whatever, which isn't even true. And I'm not going to go through his tweets. He's a loser anyways. Just want you guys to know that that guy has been stealing analysis from Eggers and I. I'm not going to go too much in detail, but we banned him from Discord. We also, I left the Telegram chat, and I think Eggers did too. We're just tired of leeches. Don't believe the leeches, guys. Unfollow them. Hello, Roman. Your opinion about a possible bump and run pattern on H4 Bitcoin? What? I see Bitcoin at resistance with low volume on the daily, but on the 4 hour, a bump and run? Nah, I mean, to be completely honest, I think what happened today was just a news pump, and it'll be short-lived. I think we're going to dump tonight, ultimately. Basically, COVID, inflation, other economic pressure. I'd be in there if I could, man. Oh, okay. Oh, you meant like, oh man. So I interpret some of these comments. It's really hard to read some of these comments sometimes. I'm also an idiot, so don't believe anything I say. Or if I insult you, just know it's out of love. Unless I don't like you, then I'm insulting you because I don't like you. Yeah, I know him. He's a little too passionate. Yeah, he's weird. Weird guy. There are weird guys everywhere. Weird guys. And he told me that my trading classes aren't successful and no one signed up, and I have like 50 people that signed up. And my classes have, I'm teaching them a lot. They're very positive. I get positive reviews. I always take the class's input if they want to learn something different, or if they want me to add on to something and teach them something. I talk to them all the time. It's a good time, good place, good little community. What type of MACD do I use? I use this one. It's just different colors and stuff, and here are my inputs if you want to see them. Yeah, he's weird. What's the news, boss, for the pump? The news was the jobs report. Ultimately, the stock market flipped green a couple hours later. It was completely spoofed. If you go on to Google and type in jobs report and you hit news, some of these news sites are saying Stokes inflation fears show surprisingly powerful gain. It's like, what did this jobs report actually do? And to me, when I have a bunch of different news sites saying a bunch of different things, and a lot of them are like, oh no, it's good, Biden's doing good. First of all, guys, Biden is dying in the president's chair. He doesn't even know his own name. He doesn't even know what year it is. Go on YouTube. He doesn't even know it's 2022. He thinks it's like 2016 still. And, I don't talk about a lot of politics, try not to get into it. Personally, I don't give a shit about politics. But these people that are hiding all of they're hiding how bad it is. And if you hide how bad it is, it gets even worse. Because then people can't prepare. Then people can't save money in advance. And they're totally hosed when shit hits the fan. I mean, I'm flabbergasted that a lot of, and again, I don't share my political opinions, but I lean more in the middle, a little bit more conservative, but mostly in the middle. I find it hilarious that Democrats and liberals, their whole agenda is trying to help the common man, help people, help the immigrants trying to come, help the poor families, help people and give them government aid. And here they are lying to people and saying it's better and it's not bad. This is really bad. It's so bad to the point that they have to cover it up to make it not look so bad. When you take your shit and you try to cover it up and you put it under the rug, okay, it's just going to make things worse. It's never good. It's never good to put your shit under a rug in general. You should put it in the toilet and flush it down. But it's, guys, it's, I'm in shock and awe that we're still, that our news stations don't just report what is actually happening. Some of them are saying, oh, this is great. This is great. The jobs report's up. And some of them are like, what? This is totally not true. I can't even order Wendy's past 8 p.m. because no one's working. It's just ridiculous. Like, tell the truth. Tell us what's happening. Stop lying. Can you please go to the 23rd December 4-hour chart and compare it to now? Sure. Sure. 24th of December. What is that, like right here? I mean, essentially, we're just seeing like a lot of volume came in, we pumped. A lot of volume came in, we pumped. Up until this pump, we had very low volume going up, which is a dead cat bounce. Really, up until this pump, we had low volume and then a really weird pumping candle. Guys, like I said, I really don't think 41K is going to break. And if it does, know that it's invalidation point and maybe take a small long. And don't fucking blame me when you're sit there with your hands up your ass. Yeah, we live in a post-truth world. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. That's why I do the things that I do. I'm tired of lying. I'm tired of people getting lied to and getting scammed. Like, why can't we just be normal and be honest? And the truth hurts, but at least it saves you from more pain. All right, let's talk about daily. I keep ranting about stuff and not about TA. Not about TA. Wendy's not delivering. That's the start. Yeah, Wendy's isn't delivering. It's pissing me off. I get to eat Wendy's once a month. And I can't even eat it because they don't even deliver it. I got it's so annoying. I don't eat fast food. I'm a pretty healthy guy. You guys know that. I go to the gym a lot, take care of myself. And yeah, I can't even get my Wendy's. Like, I get it once a month. Roman, I think you're Italian, right? Yeah. So I was born in America, but my grandparents are Italian. My last name, I won't give my real last name. I'm sure some people know it, but my last name, if it wasn't my current last name, would have been Servino, or it would have been Acapenti. I love pasta, and I've got curly, dark hair, usually olive skin, but it's been living in this basement. What's up? You need what? Oh, is there really? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I will be right back. There's someone at the door. Talk to. Right back. My apologies on that. My dog got out, and someone found him. I had to go get him. Can't believe that happened. So, Wendy's doesn't deliver. Be patient. You guys, I wasn't going out and getting Wendy's. No, my dog got out. There's a fence. He was outside, and one of the neighbors like found him out in the middle of the street. I just had to go grab him. He's a big Rottweiler. So, why 21 no name? Dude, he is mob. I would not mind a Wendy's. Government come from Roman because he was talking about them. Nah, man, it was just someone telling me my dog was outside. What do I think about XRP? I think XRP is going to go down the shithole, man. Honestly. But all right, someone pointed out stock RSI earlier, so let's take a look. Stock RSI, every time we hit this peak, we ended up dumping. We're 4 times running, and I would imagine that we dump here. I can't imagine that we continue going higher. Ultimately, there's nothing really bullish about what happened. And what a coincidence. We were just talking about dogs. I mean, guys, trust me, if there were bullish indication of this chart, we would know. I'd be screaming them from the top of my lungs. But here we go. We have lower lows in RSI. MACD is virtually just going sideways, which not necessarily a bullish or bearish indication, but just, an indication. Stock RSI is at the peak. We have bearish price action, and we're at resistance. So ultimately, I mean, this isn't exactly the most bullish setup. This is actually a very bearish setup. And if we draw our diagonal line, like the previous, breakout here, we had a retest and then a breakout. Ultimately, we never broke horizontal resistance, and then we broke down. We dropped, virtually dropped 35% from that. Could that same thing happen? Absolutely. I think it definitely could. Look at July stock RSI. Yeah, but we were at the bottom here. So I think stock RSI being at the top definitely indicates some kind of dump, especially with the way the rest of the indicators look. Like I said, I'm not really seeing a lot of bullishness on the charts. I mean, overall, everything's just kind of looking like shit. So moving on, Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance has bottomed at about 40%. Saw a nice little double bottom here. We have a breakout and ultimately a retest. The higher Bitcoin dominance goes, the lower altcoins will go. And to be fair and frank, I fully believe we're in a bear market. I think this is going to last quite a while. And I don't really see a whole lot of reasons to be bullish right now. So, I mean, fundamentally, we're not looking good. Technically, we're not looking good. And overall, I mean, I don't know. I think other than people screaming 100K, there's no reason to, get all worked up. It was me, Roman. I use every single time stock RSI. That line was drawn differently about a month ago. It broke out and then made a new trend line. Don't worry. Yeah, I mean, essentially that's what's happening. Essentially. All right, let's look at some lower time frames. Why not, right? So 4 hour, we've kind of already discussed that the 4 hour, very weird looking chart. I mean, we have stair stepping down volume with movements up in price, and then ultimately getting this big wave of volume that came in. Will it be short lived? I personally think so. I think we'll dump. I don't think we're going to get over 41K. I've been wrong before, but it's just hard for me to believe that we're going to go up from here. Ultimately, news pumps are very short-lived, and we'll just have to wait and see for the next 30-ish minutes before day close. We have to get over 41K to break that resistance area. Even looking at the 1 hour here, I mean, it just kind of looks like it's weakening. We have volume now going down as we're kind of swerving into a resistance. We want to see strength here if we're going to pump, and ultimately, I can't imagine that we pump here. We're very overextended on every single time frame. The daily has reset, and again, we're seeing bearish price action across the board. 15-minute, could just be consolidation for another move up. We won't really know until we get there. But again, I just have a hard time imagining this news pump is going to continue moving on. I only kiss myself on the lips in the mirror. What? What? Also fight the robots? Jeez. I'll rewatch. I mean, at this point we've covered like all the technicals I've wanted to cover. I've also got to go in about 10-15 minutes. So, I really just wanted to take this stream, and I wasn't going to stream tonight. I'm supposed to be doing a Twitter space. I don't know if that's going to happen anymore because essentially because a couple of the guys that I invited got COVID, and a couple others just couldn't make it. So we might push that back. That's kind of why I'm live streaming right now. But essentially, we'll probably end up pushing it back. Ultimately, I think that's what's going to happen. But I just wanted to, ease the emotions, tell you guys not to buy in resistance, wait for a breakout over 41K. We had the same thing here. Ultimately, until we get about 41,200. I mean, a day close above 41 would definitely help. Yeah, daily close over 41K definitely be a good sign for bulls. But ultimately, we're still a percent below. No reason to get all flustered up. Every time frame other than the daily is extremely overextended and could break down at any moment. So just be prepared for that and have a strategy if we do invalidate this resistance. If we do, then maybe go for a long. I would say long anything over, 41,000. Yeah, 41,000. I think that's our resistance area. And again, even the 4 hour, very overextended. I believe this is the highest we've been since, about a month, almost a month and a half. So, just be careful. We could easily face plant. Bitcoin will go up to 42 to 45K. I mean, it's possible. But, I'm doubting it. Highly doubting it. All right, guys, gonna stick with my outro here. Thank you for coming and watching today. I may or may not do a stream tomorrow. It just depends on what happens. Have your invalidation points. Please don't get emotional in this market. Emotional trading leads to failure. If you're interested in joining the trading class or trading analysis program, full details are in the Discord description below. With that said, if you guys have any questions, please DM me. And, obviously like and subscribe if you appreciate the content today. Trying to bring you guys the facts and not the bullshit. I put a lot of work into my charts, Discord, and, everything else. So would appreciate any kind of support, and I appreciate all of you guys that have supported me in the past. It means a lot. Today I kind of hit a breakthrough point, and I was like, wow, this is actually going somewhere. I've got people that are interested, and my TA is generally on point. And even if it isn't, we have good strategies to keep our risk very well managed. So just wanted to say a big thanks, guys. I really appreciate all of you guys coming out, watching the streams, participating in Discord, giving me feedback on Twitter. It means a lot. And, I never thought I'd get to this point ever, really, ever. This is awesome. Roman, I kiss your ears. Great stream. See you. Jeez. Makes me feel good. So, with all that said, guys, be on the lookout. I've got some great updates coming soon. Like I said, I've partnered with TrendSpider. We're going to start looking at using their charts here in the next couple weeks. I really like the layout. I like the overall feel. I like all the different indicators that you can use and the comparisons between the daily and weekly. I will continue to use TradingView as well. I'll probably switch between both. But, I actually really like how it shows the numbers on the side here. As dumb as that sounds, and as maybe some of you may or may not care, but I don't know. It just gives me a good visual. It's very organized. It just feels very clean. And I don't know. It's just easy on the eyes. Easy on the eyes. But, guys, with all that said, be patient. Use risk management.